Let's talk about all the sneaky things the main character has gotten up to in this book. So Herzog had hired a artisan to create a jade statue of her mother to give to the main character. And the sack rolled by her uncle was supposed to make sure it was delivered to her. She stole it. She full on stole it. And the guard who was supposed to protect the statue, couldn't fight against her or win against her. And he lost his job over it. Obviously, he knows it was her, but because of her reputation, no one's going to believe him when it comes to against her. Because come on, why would she steal something that was supposed to be gifted to her from the get-go? Like, what's the point of that? What is the point of ruining a man's career and job to steal a statue that was going to be hers? He waits a whole year to face off on her about this and throw his accusations at her. And she's like using her seduction skills and she doesn't really care about him. And when he's obviously eyeing her and the female lead up, that's when she gets rid of him. She's like, I don't need you anymore. You're out of this picture. You used your purpose and now you need to be rid of. Like, this girl is doing her job. She is a full-on villain of this story. The artisan who had created the statue is dead, and most people believe it's not just because the statue is lost and gone, but because the statue had a map in it, and he talked about it, so he had to be rid of. Now everyone wants to find the statue specifically to find this map, and it's a treasure map. So everyone wants their greedy hands on it, no matter if they're from the righteous sack or from the demonic sack. Because again, the righteous sack people can be just as vile and disgusting as people in the demonic sack is. We know this from all several books we have read at this point. But everyone wants this map. And because he is dead, the Uncle Sack is like, we got to solve this murder and we also have to find the statue. After a whole year of the statue being missing and they didn't do anything about it, now they want to find the statue. It's suspicious and everyone is starting to look at them. The uncle sends his son, who is the ex-fiance, and his daughter, who is the ex-fiance's sister, to go and solve this case. And the ex-fiance's sister absolutely despises the main character, and she makes it known throughout the entire book. And she constantly fiddles people over and over again for their position or livelihood or their sexuality. Like, she is just a terrible, vile person, even though her mother is a concubine and a mistress. She thinks she can belittle people every time she shows up. And she doesn't just belittle people, she outright constantly attacks the main character. And the female lead is there to protect the main character because the main character is like, I now have my wife, so I don't have to do any fighting myself. Like, my wife can do the fighting for me. I am not kidding. She always has the female lead step in for her. And all the heirs had to go to an important meeting about the statue. And because there is the animosity and hatred towards the Uncle Sec at this point, and everyone is just fighting and arguing over this, like, it is a mess. And this is when we meet the fake young master too, is she shows up during this meeting and she makes a whole scene, but someone shuts her up. This dude shows up, this old killer man shows up, and he is like making a scene. He captures the ex-fiance's sister. The main character fights the man and she kind of loses her fight, and so the female lead steps in. But during the main character's fight with the old man, she probably wouldn't have fought if the person who was captured didn't try helping the old man who had her captured. She literally hates the main character so much, she was willing to help the guy who captured her and has done horrible, vile things to get back at the main character. Obviously, this displeases the female lead and she steps in. And when the main character realizes the female lead is about to be badly injured, steps in and gets injured herself. Like, they're just fighting back and forth, stepping in for each other. Like, it was an amazing fight. But yeah, the ex-fiance's sister showing that she should just be rid of at this point. Like, she needs to get rid of. She is very disgusting and is no better than her mother and her father. I love the relationship between the main character and the fake young master, they have a sisterly relationship in front of everyone. They go sis and bro, but in actuality, they call each other sisters. They care for each other, they support each other, they're helping each other with this mission. Like, it is so sweet and it's adoring. Like, I felt like I was eating the sweetest cake I have ever eaten. It was just adorable. The main character pushing the fake young master to go after the third young master and reveal her real identity to the person, because again, this could ruin their relationship down the line if she keeps this a secret. Like, she probably will never trust her again if she keeps this up. Like, there is a reason why she is pretending to be a man, but at least in front of the person she's trying to court, she needs to be real with. And she needs to go take care of her and stop the third young master from harming herself, because she is literally harming herself. And the fake young master turns to her sister and is like, girl, you also need to stop with this when it comes with the female lead. You're constantly saying you love her, but you hate her. You want her by your side because she's the only person that doesn't make you bored, that you love her, you're romantically involved with her, you're obsessed with her. But you're over and over again saying that you want her dead, that you're going to get rid of her. You're the one who's going to do this. Like, that is obsession. You don't actually want her dead. You want her by your side. You don't want anyone else to have her. Like, you need to be real with your own feelings. And that was what I've been saying this entire time when I was reading it. Every time she says that, I was saying it back. And I love that. I love that the fake young master was like, girl, just be real with your feelings. Like, they're backing each other when it comes to the woman they want to be with. All the actions that the main character is taking in the story is to lead to a war between the righteous Zack and the demonic Zack. The righteous Zack would get rid of the demonic Zack, and then they would fight each other. So she just wants both of them to get rid of each other, and typically the righteous Zack to get rid of itself. She is causing the trouble and crumble of these Zacks. Also, her uncle is not even loyal to his mistress he cheated on his wife with, her aunt. He is literally cheating on his mistress with another woman. So yeah, there is no loyalty in this man, because again, a cheater is always a cheater. The guy named the Stealth Sleeve, he had hold of the statue the entire time. I guess she handed it to him. He was working with her for a period of time, or at least she was using him until she didn't need him anymore. And he was part of her uncle's Zack, but was thrown out and was accused of a crime he did not commit. And I mean, it was a terrible crime. Even ruined the uncle's mistress's reputation, that kind of crime. And obviously, this man wants to get back at his Zack for what they did to him and the crime that was put onto his head. So obviously, he was working with her, and once he wasn't useful anymore, he was, rid of in a fight between the ex-fiance and the sample of a righteous Zack disciple. Yes, they're the ones who off him, and during the fight, the statue was stolen by a person of the demonic Zack, who seems to have ties in a relationship with the main character. I'm only halfway through the book, so I could be wrong. But that is the facts I know right now. And now the righteous Zacks, knowing that the lady of the demonic Zack stole the statue during the fight, are now like, oh yeah, the demonic Zack is obviously the Zack that has caused all of this. That they're the bad guys. We need to go after them.